So this is the type of van we're considering for our South America travels. It's a Volkswagen T6.1 California Ocean 4-motion car. So I'll just give you a little walkthrough. The seats are turn around, which is what we really like. And we have a nice little living area in here for when we stop for lunch and things. And the top goes up. I'm going to open up the kitchen, so bear with me. Okay, continuing on, there's a table that retracts from over there. There's cupboards underneath. I've opened them up halfway. You've got a sink, and the water's always running. 2 gas burners, and then here is our fridge. I don't know how big it is, but I'd say probably about 30-35 liters. So still plenty for us for shorter term travel. This is a closet area. And then this is a drawer that comes down. We don't have all the packing sorted out yet, but things that we like are the whole thing can be buttoned up pretty nicely, so all the windows have covers, including the rear. And as I said, the seats spin around. Digital. And then here you have this open. I'm going to give me a second. Okay, I've pulled down the bed, and there's windows on either side. I didn't zip these down. There's lights built in, and it already has light switches and 12 volt. But check this out. When I push this back up, so there's, you know, the space, plenty of room to walk, but the front also comes down. So I didn't fold it up yet, but there's a little window, or you can have the full panorama. Give me a second. Okay, back outside. The table is slid over there. It slides on a rail. Everything else is put away. The front of the tent is open. It comes stock with an awning. And then there's that opening in there. It's 5 meters long, so it fits in a normal parking space. And then on the back here, there's an additional storage. This actually stretches out and the seats go forward. It can make an additional bed. For us, it'll just be for South America. We'll have more luggage. There's my paragliding wing. So there's actually adequate space for us. There is no bathroom, but there is a shower. So you have a shower plug right here, a shower nozzle. And then this is pretty ingenious. There's the shower, so that just clips into here. But underneath is where they have your water tank, 40-liter water tank. And then there's, I forget what he said. It's either, it's a 3 kg gas bottle. So that's all in here. There's a release for the water tank if you need to dump your water, but just very clever idea there. And yeah, just good use of space. Lights. Back window has its own blackout screen. Very cool. So I'm gonna show you something else here. This is where the chairs are. And so you just unclip, and you instantly have a chair. And then what they also do, which is really clever, is when the door is closed, soft lock, you go like this, and that's the table for outdoors. So give us a second and we'll set that up. By the way, there's also a drawer under the seat, and in the drawer there's also the device for the awning. So I'm going to set that up and show you what that looks like, because I haven't even used this yet. And so here we are. So the awning is out. I didn't find the legs, which is, I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, the awning is out, the chairs are out, fully self-contained. What do you think of it so far?
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
What are your favorite things about it?
That it's small, that it's easily drivable. It feels like a car when you drive it. It's very compact. It's you know, just what you need for shorter camping trips. You know, I mean, I guess one person could live in it for an extended time, but you know, for shorter camping, it's great. And
the fact that it's not going to have a shower and bigger space like the other van, the Postal. Tell me 3 things you prefer about this and 3 things you prefer about the Postal.
Well, so the size on this, it's a little more stealth, and it is, you can park it anywhere. So I don't know, is that 3 things?
And then what do you prefer about the
Postal?
The Postal.
Well, the beds in the back that are always ready to, they're more comfortable and they're always ready to be jump into. The kitchen is just bigger and it's more conducive to stand-up cooking. And the third thing would be the dining living space in the Postal. The chairs are they're just bigger, more comfy. They swivel a lot easier. It's just easier to set up. This takes a little bit more work to swivel those chairs.
Yeah, so the thing is, this is a, they call it a weekender, and that's what we want for overlanding in South America, because we want to meet local people, not just other overlanders. So the ability to go in and stay in small places. We parked yesterday in a crowded city in a normal parking space, which we couldn't have done in the other vehicle. One last thing to show you before we go. So we found the legs. We have 2 of these awnings on, one on the Defender, one on the Postal, and we haven't seen this design. So they just have the legs are inside, so they'll drop down, which makes sense. Okay, so hi. So go ahead and the bed comes down, and then lights on either side, no, down below.
Oh, yep.
Okay, and then now show us how the roof goes down.
Wow.
So it's on a switch, and it'll lower. Keep going, keep holding it. Keep going. So you just hold the button and it will do it all by itself. So it goes down nice and automatic, which is pretty cool. And then the size of this thing is just, it's a minivan. So it can park in normal places, drive higher speeds. Just kind of a cool thing. This is the water fill here. And then this is if we're at a place and we need to power up the auxiliary battery. The battery should last close to 2 days without any additional power or solar or anything like that. So this is it, the 4Motion Road Surfer. You can rent these. They rent for anywhere from 80 to 140 euros a day depending on the season. Super friendly people, really like them at Road Surfer. And the one in Vienna where we rented it from, there are 2 stations. The one we rented it from, they told us they actually have 65 of these vehicles. So really good for renting it and touring around Europe. And they've got places all over Europe. So that's our little thing. Thanks.